Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Chemistry is Fun. Today we will deal with the topic metals and non-metals. This is part 2 of the chapter and it is for class 10 CBSE. Other board students also can follow this, it will help everyone. Now today we will discuss what happens when the metals react with water. Now we will see that metals react with water, they produce a metal oxide and hydrogen gas. Metal oxides which are soluble in water, they will dissolve in it and further form metal hydroxide. So metal with water gives metal oxide and hydrogen gas will be evolved. This metal oxide continues to react with water to give metal hydroxide. This is for those metal oxides which are soluble in water. But also it is important to note that all the metals do not react with water. Some of the metals are very reactive, they react violently with water, like metals like potassium and sodium. They react violently with cold water. The reaction is exothermic and the evolved hydrogen immediately catches fire. The reaction being 2K plus 2H2O gives 2KOH, which is in aqueous state, and hydrogen gas is evolved along with heat energy. Similarly, sodium 2Na, which is solid, plus 2H2O gives 2NaOH aqueous plus H2 gas, and heat energy is evolved here as well. Next is reaction of calcium with water. We find that reaction of calcium and water is less violent. So here what happens? Ca solid plus 2H2O liquid gives CaOH twice aqueous plus H2, which is a gas. Here we find that calcium starts floating because the bubbles of hydrogen gas, here hydrogen gas is evolved, they will be in the form of bubbles. These bubbles of hydrogen gas which is formed stick to the surface of the metal, and this causes the calcium, piece of calcium, to float. Here in this case the heat evolved is not sufficient for the hydrogen to catch fire. Magnesium does not react with cold water. It reacts with hot water. Magnesium, it reacts with hot water to form magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen. It will also float. Here the reason is same as I told here, the bubbles of hydrogen gas formed stick to the surface of the metal. Some of the metals like aluminium, iron and zinc react with steam. Here steam is required, so here you see in bracket with H2O we have written G, gaseous state, that is steam, to form the metal oxide and hydrogen. So the reactions will be for aluminium 2Al solid plus 3H2O gas, we get Al2O3, aluminium oxide solid, hydrogen gas is evolved. For iron, it is 3Fe in solid state plus 4H2O gaseous state, that is steam, gives Fe3O4, Fe3O4 solid plus 4H2 which is gas. Metals like lead, copper, silver and gold do not react with water at all. Lead, copper, silver and gold do not react with water at all. We see we wear gold jewelry, many people wear that. It is unaffected by water. Next we have to see what happens when the metals react with acids. Metals react with acids to give a salt and hydrogen gas will be evolved. Hydrogen gas is not evolved when a metal reacts with nitric acid. See, in other cases we will get hydrogen gas, but hydrogen gas is not evolved when a metal reacts with nitric acid. Now what is the reason? The reason is that nitric acid is a strong oxidizing agent. It is a very strong oxidizing agent. So it will oxidize the hydrogen produced. See, hydrogen is produced, but it will oxidize the hydrogen produced into water, and it itself gets reduced to any nitrogen oxide. The nitric acid gets reduced to any of the nitrogen oxides, and it will oxidize the hydrogen which is produced into water. Magnesium and manganese react with very dilute nitric acid to evolve hydrogen gas. Magnesium and manganese, they will react with very dilute nitric acid to evolve hydrogen gas. The reaction being Mg in solid state plus HNO3 aqueous, it is very dilute, gives MgNO3 whole 2 aqueous plus hydrogen gas. Here also hydrogen gas is evolved. This is the reaction for magnesium with very dilute nitric acid. Now in case of reaction with dilute hydrochloric acid, if we try with some of the metals like magnesium, zinc, aluminium and iron, what we have to do? We have to collect the metal samples. We have to clean them and you put the samples separately in test tubes containing dilute hydrochloric acid. Now we have to observe the rate of formation of bubbles carefully. Now we will see that during the reaction with dilute hydrochloric acid, the rate of formation of bubbles was fastest. It will be fastest in magnesium. Therefore, magnesium will be very highly reactive. It is considered to be very highly reactive. So, if we consider the four metals which I stated some time back, we find that the reactivity decreases in the order magnesium greater than aluminium greater than zinc greater than iron. And copper does not react with dilute HCl. Copper will not react. In case of copper, no bubbles will be seen. The temperature will remain unchanged. This shows that copper does not react with dilute HCl. Now one very important point. We will study about aqua regia. What is aqua regia? Aqua regia is a freshly prepared mixture of concentrated hydrochloric acid and concentrated nitric acid in the ratio of 3:1. The ratio should be remembered. It can even dissolve gold. It can dissolve gold. This is aqua regia. Neither of the acids can do alone, but aqua regia can dissolve gold. It is a highly corrosive fuming liquid. It is one of the few reagents that is able to dissolve gold and platinum. So this is all about aqua regia. I hope students you all could understand whatever I discussed today. The reactions are very important. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe to the channel and share the video. Thanks for watching. Thank you all.